Chris in Seattle, Washington. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hey.
My question was, what do you guys think about the statistics and not polls, but tests that have been done of life expectancy of non-believers versus people of faith, I guess?
There are negligible differences as far as I understand. Do you have any particular numbers there?
No, that's my point, is that there is no difference. That if you had a group of atheist, logical, reasonable people living a certain expectancy, wouldn't you expect to see the illogical, the group of non-rational people not surviving as long? I mean, is that God's hand coming down and keeping them up to par with the logical, reasonable group?
Well, you remember that the explanation for that is going to be, well, we're Christians and we're not concerned with this life. It's, it's the next one that matters.
Right, but wouldn't you see that them not living as long because they don't really, Christians they're planning on having an afterlife?
Come on, Christians get the benefit of modern medical technology, and most of them, unless you're talking about fringe groups like Christian Scientists and Jehovah's Witnesses and things. I would like to see some statistics on them, the specific groups that spurn modern medical technology. So I don't necessarily agree with your base assumption that we would expect to see a difference.
Yeah, I mean, if you were proposing this as a scientific hypothesis, you'd have to make like a really solid case that you would expect to see that and why, and you'd have to test not only how long people live, but also whether they conform to the original expectations you were talking about.
Are there statistics on people with, never mind religion and rationalism, are there tests, studies on people of very low IQ and very high IQ to see if there's a life expectancy difference there? Because I'd be surprised if there was.
All right. I didn't know if, so to rationalize that from, I guess, looking at it from, a person's of faith point of view, is it sort of just like a part of their brain that is irrational and they're able to think logically about everything else except that little small aspect of their life?
I think that's what, I don't know if that's from their perspective, what they would say, but that is what a lot of atheists say, because it's what we observe.
Yeah, and, I try not to get in the trap of thinking that religious people are in some way stupider than atheists, because, there are all kinds of people who are smarter than me and yet happen to hold this belief that I think is completely wrong.
And if I could clarify that, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's the basis. You were saying it.
That's the basis of Chris's idea, right? That we might expect to see a difference because, hey, these are irrational people. Shouldn't they be doing all kinds of irrational things that get them killed early, right? Well, I'm not aware of any big difference, and I'm not really surprised that there isn't a big difference.
Which kind of goes back to your point that if we could have statistics on religious communities that spurn modern medicine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, thanks for your time.